Ayatollah Khamenei has died. In a previous American operation that we reported on the Bugle, Osama bin Laden was, in the words of wrestler John Cena, compromised to a permanent end. Um, After which, John Oliver, erstwhile Bugle co-host, created the term "fuck-ulogy," and few have been honoured with the or dishonoured with the "fuck-ulogy." I think Colonel Gaddafi got one, but it feels appropriate for the departing Iranian boss, Ayatollah Khamenei, to have his fuck-ulogy. So here is the official Bugle eulogy for Khamenei. Khamenei was born in 1939, just 5 weeks after the end of the famous 12-day drawn test match between South Africa and England in Durban. Ali Hosseini Khamenei, to give him his full name. Ali is also my mother's name, but there the similarities completely end. Ali took his time to become a supreme leader. His near contemporary, Diana Ross, was just 5 years younger, but became official leader of the Supremes aged just 23 in 1967, when the band were rebranded with her as the undisputed frontwoman. And Michael Atherton became England cricket captain at 25, younger, more inexperienced than Khamenei, but never launched brutally murderous attacks on his own teammates. Enough said. It took Khamenei until his early 50s to get promoted to be a full-time professional Ayatollah and the grand fromage of the Islamic Republic, by which time Diana Ross had had a flourishing solo career as well, and missed a penalty at the World Cup opening ceremony in 1994. Read into that whatever you want. Khamenei took over from his predecessor, Ayatollah Khamenei, in 1989, as Anivad mentioned earlier on. With Iran struggling financially after nearly a decade of war with Iraq, it was decided to pick someone with an almost identical name so they didn't have to spend a load of money on new stationery and could just turn the O into an A on the nameplate on the special Supreme Leader desk in Tehran. Critics, however, have highlighted Khamenei's disappointing tendency to assassinate opponents, as well as a regrettable lack of unwillingness not to kill protesters, a support for proxy terrorist groups that frankly bordered on the embarrassingly overkeen, and an unfortunately unabashed enthusiasm for his long-term hobby of suppressing media dissent, all of which made Ali a bit of a tricky sell to the outside world, and he remained much less popular around the world than, for example, Taylor Swift, Usain Bolt, or brunch. Personally, I was not a fan. I never have been. As an atheist, I've always found hardline theocrats a bit hard to warm to, and as a fan of human rights and freedom of expression, I generally don't go for state-sponsored murder. As a Jew, however lapsed I may be, he certainly wasn't someone I would have invited round for dinner of a Friday evening with my late and very observant grandmother, because she really did not like awkward conversations. So I would not say that I'm exactly glad that he's dead, because wishing death on people or celebrating people dying is not the vibe I'm going for right now, and I would rather he'd handed himself into the International Criminal Court and said, guys, I'm worried I might have done some really bad things since I became Supreme Leader in 1989. Could you possibly investigate them objectively for me, then put me on trial so we can really get to the bottom of this, and without wishing to prejudice the case, give me my just desserts? Realistically, that was a bit of a long shot, or I'd have preferred that he'd been picked up in the beak of an eagle and flown off into the mountains to work as a nest repairer for the rest of his days. Slightly less of a long shot. So, whilst not being glad that he's dead, I'm also not sad that he's dead either, and emphatically, I definitely do not want him resurrected, because that would cause serious difficulties. Politically, certainly, diplomatically, undoubtedly, theologically, massive difficulties if this was the resurrection. Anyway, suffice it to say that Khamenei died as he lived, making the world an angrier, more violent, and more scared place. In summary, you.
And he did leave the word supreme leader, which we can use in many, many things. I mean, yes. For example, you are the supreme leader of the Bugle podcast, which, but then again, it's all language. If you called yourself the Ayatollah of the Bugle podcast, that'd be concerning.
Yeah, I might lose a few listeners, I think.
Well, screw those woke assholes. Let them go.
That's the new title of my spin-off podcast. Screw those woke assholes with Andy Zoltzman. We will have full updates on Operation Epic Fury, which that's a very Trumpian name, catchier, I guess, than Operation Fingers Crossed, Here Goes Nothing, or Operation Nebulous Objective and at best questionable strategy, or Operation Domestic Smokescreen, or Operation America is now officially a hired goon for Israel and Saudi Arabia, or Operation Long-Term Strategy for a free and prosperous Iran, ironic winky face emoji.